All right, so last time we were here, we guess we can explore this. Sitting idle for many years. Where's my boy?
To the ordinary.
Yes, Vorgen, let's go. What is that? Hold on, what is that? What the shit is that?
They will see. Oh, yes, indeed. They all will see.
Wait, am I already going crazy? What was that? Now, admittedly, I didn't expect the warp to be messing around with the ship. Is that because I'm going heretic, or is that just because it's cool and this looks cool? I genuinely don't know. They looted everything. Uh-oh, what the?
Woo! Into the fray we charge!
Cool, gang. How on earth did I? Oh my god. Armored body glove, leather armor. Leather armor? What good would leather armor do in this universe?
I will do my duty. Indeed.
My man! Okay, love that. Didn't expect that to be that easy. All right. Merely grants an ally an extra turn with 2 AP and no MP. What? I don't need MP.
What?
Target's too far. Oh, Lord.
What if?
Yes, yes.
Guided by faith.
F him up, girl.
Faith without deep.
Okay, I mean, you hit everyone but the guy I wanted to hit, but like, that's cool, it's fine.
I'll do it.
Okay, well, I left her out in the open. That's fine. That's where she wanted to be. Out in the open. Living life.
There is movement in the Empyrean. Anything else?
Get shocked, bitch! Oh, never mind. Not this guy, though.
On it.
Uh-oh. He's slowly moving.
Fall back now.
Death to the weak.
Well, that guy just blew up his own friend. Dick move, dude.
That's not the Seneschal's job.
Okay, well, let's do this.
It will be done. I took care of this one. At your beck and call.
Yo, let's go. Okay. This poor man, he is taking shots. Okay.
As the Emperor commands, I act.
Everyone's gonna get hit. All right, you go
What
here
is this foreboding?
and swing with the awesome power of axe. Well, that's cute.
No can do. Was that you? Or
Gray hair, sure hand.
I've got to get away. Oh, I can't. What?
I've seen worse battles than this in my time. Victory is imminent. I'm not interested.
Okay. You don't have to be interested. You just have to do as you're told.
Scheme.
Well, well, well. Well, well, well. Oh, we can go. So I got finest hour, but then I can improve something. Whenever an ally uses a heroic act, that ally gains. I don't want to deal in heroism. We can focus, commanding voice, inspire courage. It's basically saying these are the ones I should definitely get. Whenever an officer targets an ally with an action, an ability, or an attack, that ally's resolve is increased by 1. Whenever an officer targets an ally with an ability for the first time that's round, the ally gains +3 temporary wounds. Whenever an officer... The officer is resolve. But like, yeah, what does that do for me? It's just that's it, huh? My resolve goes up. Hold on. Interesting. Huh. Increase range. Range is the best. I don't even see range. Warp features? Oh, I was about to say. The range of the officer's abilities is increased. Oh, okay. Commanding voice. Right. I thought you meant like gun range. I was like, huh? All right, that works. Yeah, okay. Love that. Okay, over here. So you have Daring Breach. The warrior immediately restores all AP and MP and gains 3 MP till end of turn. They do not lose MP after performing attacks. The warrior has no limit on melee weapon attacks this turn. Damn! Okay. Let's see what it's saying to get. Whenever an enemy attacks the warrior's next melee attack against the enemy does additional 5 damage. Okay. Warrior's melee attacks deal an additional 3 damage to enemies with no allies in adjacent cells. Interesting. Warrior's critical damage is increased by 8% against enemies not armed with melee weapon. The warrior is less than 50% wounds. Whenever warriors attack, they gain 1 stack of epicenter of slaughter until the end of combat. At the start of their turn, the warrior gains +1 temporary wound for each stack. Thick skin. Warrior gains +1 damage deflection. Their parry chance is increased. I mean, that doesn't sound too bad, if I'm being honest. I just got to make sure he has armor on. But that seems pretty fun. Especially considering I'm sending him out to fight all the time. We'll do that. All right. Complete. Nice. All right, my dear. What do we have? Dismantling attack. Operative immediately inflicts 1 exploit. Okay. Until end of combat, the target of this attack suffers -30 penalty to armor, block, dodge, and parry. Yikes. And then we got fresh target. Whenever an operative attacks an enemy that is at full wounds, that attack does 14% more damage. Interesting. Exposed weakness costs 0 AP. That's not bad. Whenever an operative triggers an exploit on an enemy, the operative gains +1 damage. Exposed weakness also reduces enemies' toughness and willpower. What are my other options here? Hold on, do I have like specific psychic abilities, psyker abilities? Okay. The psyker's abilities gain 15% critical hit chance. The first hit removes this effect. Okay. Mind Thief, Blade of Light. Force weapon attacks deal plus. Jeez Louise. Is there anything that's very specific about lightning bolts from your hands? Is there anything like your lightning from your hands murdering people is better now? Is there anything like that? Yeah, is there anything that increases my lightning range? Whenever a Psyker uses damage psychic power on a target, they're 6 cells further from the Psyker. The target suffers an additional 3. Oh, interesting. Okay, that's not bad. Power conduit. Triggering psychic phenomena or perils of the warp first time each turn. Psyker's next power. I don't know. I want something fun. Aftershock? Mental damage from any source other than Aftershock. The target suffers half as much mental damage at the end. Jeez Louise. Cheese and crackers. Boom, 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 boom. Have a range of 2 cells or more. Have their range increased by 4. That's the winner. That's the winner. Complete. Really quickly, it's like, yeah, no, that's it. Firearm mastery. Soldier gains the ability to make a number of extra attacks equal to their weapons. Fire rate, minimum 2. Right. They don't spend AP. Until the end of the soldier's turn, their first attack against each new enemy automatically scores a critical hit. And I get an immediate reload. I like that. All right, what is it saying to do? Reloading costs -2 AP. Interesting. Deals damage to 3 different enemies. Soldier gains 18% more damage. Good God. Whenever a soldier deals damage, their critical damage is increased by +1 until the end of combat. Interesting. 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 Okay, well, what about offense features? What do we have in the... First hit of each ranged burst attack deals additional damage. Well, full wounds. Fortress. Has full cover. No, heresy. No, I don't want them to have that. The Devoteer and their allies in this area effect of Warhammer or Furious. Interesting. Dual weapon combat. Do I have dual weapons on her right now? I do not remember. No, I have dual weapons on my guy. Right. Oh, I don't know what to do. I don't know. We'll do this. Because that's as far as my brain can think right now. But also, yes. Everyone else is pretty like, you know. Oh, she's coming with me to the end. We're going to get real creepy with it. These two may not make it. That's fine. Some people I'm willing to leave behind.
In the shadows of the Imperium's ignorance, my genius blossoms. Oh, how they fear the brilliance that eludes their narrow vision.
Oh, yeah? All right, collect all. Their narrow vision. I'm so happy I picked that voice.
Curiosity sings in my veins.
I'm so happy to be so evil. I forget I moved my mouse off the screen in order to, like, not have it in the way of scenes and stuff. But by doing that, it just makes the screen go down. Yikes, okay. Oh, I can't get out to the bridge officer, huh? All right. What's going on here?
There, done. Oh, one step at a time, amidst the madness.
The second sacrifice draws its gaze.
Traitor! Right when we needed all forces to deliver a decisive blow, you stepped aside. Do not even try to claim that my voxcasts did not reach you. I sense the mark of the warp on you. An echo of the powers that are ravaging this ship. What is it? The aftermath of the terrors that you had to face? Or an admission of guilt?
I choose my allies well.
Shameless filth! How dare!
Let us leave this conversation for another time. Master Edelthrad, it is with great sorrow that I inform you that Lady Theodora von Valancius is dead.
What? You? This is your doing.
Master Edelthrad, no! We have remained in each other's sight ever since we broke free from Kunrad's schemes. The Lord Captain was killed by another's hand, and by the Golden Throne. I can surmise whose hand it was.
No matter what ritual Kunrad is performing there, the warp is too strong. I cannot withstand it. I feel my body changing with every second. The warp is ringing in the air. This is the end. We will perish in the warp, along with the Warrant and all the dynasty's heirs. The enemy of humanity has triumphed.
I've seen it before. We'd better get away from him. The changes are already accelerating.
The ship can be steered. Perhaps the warp does not have to be the end. The ship can still be steered out of the warp, but we must first restore communication. Right. Perhaps the warp doesn't have to be the end, though.
Enough talking rubbish. The Navigator's alive and ready to take the ship out of the warp, if he gets some help from the bridge.
Then we have no right to bow our heads.
See, Kunrad, clearly in the gloom of the bridge, the broken blade he is holding is stained with dark drops. Nice, let's go.
We are out of time.
Draw your weapon.
I will not die quietly alongside one who is a traitor to his blood. If my last service to the Imperium is to rip out the throat of an enemy of humanity, then such is the God Emperor's will.
Yeah?
Accursed traitor! A time will come when you will bleed for her ladyship Theodora's murder. Remember my words, for they are the vow of he who marches toward his death.
What? Theodora is dead? No, that can't be. Not now. I still haven't.
Your ritual won't be finished, heretic!
I mean, that's fine. Nothing a nice rest won't cure. A good shower. Where do I want to start, people? Let's take my boy and put him right up here. Okay, enemy status size. Enemy stati. Hey man.
Let's see. genius work.
Miss! Miss! Alright, that's fine. I deserve that.
A wicked thought.
I will do my duty.
That works. Military excellence. To use the unique abilities, your hero called Hero Acts or Desperate Measures, momentum is required. Depending on actions of your party in combat, momentum bar will increase or decrease. High momentum value allows the character to use a heroic act.
In thy light I stand, and thy light I crave. Doubt is for the weak. Each strike is a prayer.
All right, all right, all right.
That is not the Emperor's will.
Damn, can't see that guy, but we can get this
As the
dude.
Emperor commands, I act.
Or not.
Eradicated.
That man is in cover.
I'll do
That's
it.
95% though. All right.
Strike is a prayer.
That works. That works. That works. Good job, team.
At your beck and call. It will be done.
I know what is to come. But of course,
All right, I think that's all of his. No, son of a biscuit. Okay.
will do.
I'm so rended and screamed upon. Yo, when my man hit the parry, double parry?
Death to non-believers!
Step
All right, we'll
by
have to
step, I lead.
Go here.
I'm powerless.
Can't
to
hit that
act.
guy to save my life, but I can shoot this guy.
Schemes. Schemes.
No, I can't. No, no, can't do that.
God Emperor, move through me. Be the fire in my heart. Faith without deeds is worthless. Doubt is for the weak.
Don't know why I did that then, but also, can I run and gun this way? Uh-oh, I can? I will.
Rejoice in battle! As the Emperor commands, I act.
Yeah, that did just about what I thought I was going to do. All right.
I've suffered worse. Victory is imminent.
I wish I could do that there.
this.
All right.
It will be done.
Anything is? What an unfortunate turn of fate.
Ow, but also that guy died, so I'm fine with that.
On it.
It's nothing.
Brace yourself, Abelard.
Are you for real with this? Really? This is terrible strategy.
How wicked, Lord.
I will endure. The enemies of the Emperor will be undone. I'll do it.
Okay, at least that works.
Ministration is a holy task.
That'll get him up though, right? He'll wake up now because I shocked him. He'll be like, ow, man, that hurt.
I'm not so sure. Not this Grayer's job. No can do.
Just a minor setback.
My guy.
Another stroke of genius!
I will do like you. It will be done.
As the Emperor commands, I act. Doubt is for the weak.
My prescience has failed me. They who discern the future on the battlefield. Anything else?
Shout out to all those good parries. Let's go. Let's go.
Pain is but an illusion. It's the wrath of madness.
Well, it finally hit. That's good. I like that.
As the Emperor commands, I act.
At your beck and call. Target well struck.
Will do.
Ow. God damn. Leave that man alone. I mean, I guess he is the tank.
Another scar to my collection.
If you could
A
hit,
genius at work.
that would be lovely.
Shields me.
Alright, this should be the
Then
end.
I'll revert to more conservative tactics.
Anything else? Be gone!
I would like to loot anyone here that's lootable. Can I not? That doesn't show up? What is that? What is that? Requires iconoclast. Well. Blade shard.
We
You're an iconoclast, aren't you, my dude? I think he is. Yup. Yup. Yeah, hell yeah. Okay. And then what is this? Gloves of Endurance. Whenever a wearer of these gloves suffers an injury or falls unconscious in combat, their allies gain +1 bonus to damage. If their intelligence is less than 35, they gain toughness. 45 intelligence, 30 intelligence, 30 intelligence. Well, you know, let's give this man his toughness. And then, I don't want to give this man a you know what? I guess we can give him a las pistol. Give him some weak-ass stuff. Character, journal, map. Cargo management. Well, I really only have the old las pistols, huh? Okay. And then, we'll keep that, because I don't know what the hell that's for. We'll add that to cargo. Okay. Here, have a gun. There, now you have exactly a gun. Okay, what is this? Willpower or fellowship? Do I have... Deceive, charm, befriend them. High fellowship will help the character find a way to approach a gathering of unsociable servants. Like, I feel like that's part of, but also willpower. No, I don't want to withstand the horrors of the warp. I'm here for those. Accuracy? I feel like I may need that at some point. Huh. Yeah, I'm gonna dump points into this. Just because I'd like to be able to hit things with my one weapon at some point. While under 40 wounds, nah. If no other character in the current party has the same archetype as this character, the first no, we already do. Oh wait, no, that's not true. As the same archetype as the first archetype ability used in each combat by this character costs -1 AP. It's not bad. Imperial Warrior characters gain 10% critical hit chance. Interesting. Ready to serve. Well, let me see what we got. I'm clearly the support class. Is there like a you can heal everyone ability? You protect me. You kill it. If the servants kill a target that the noble dealt damage to last turn, the noble gains +1 AP. The noble servants. The noble uses an ability on the servant. Their servant gains +1 AP. Doing my part. If no other characters in the current party has the archetype of the character, the first archetype ability used, it's not bad. Like, it's definitely one that I want to... It's not bad. Base skills is alright. It's fine. Defensive maneuver? Some sort of epic maneuver? Whenever the wielder successfully uses shield bash. Dual weapon combat. Here's the thing. I do have dual weapons. That is true. Shield mastery? No, it's not me. Origin talents. Current party gain +5 to the same characteristic that was chosen for humanity's finest. Interesting. Okay. Training characteristics. What is the weapon I currently have right now? Is that would that be considered a ballistic weapon? I didn't have a gun. I want it just to be good. I just want it to be good. I just want it to be a good weapon. Let's do doing my part, sure. I picked a character that I realize now upon further, my choice to make a character that I despise also is a character I just would never play. I realize now I don't like my guy. I can't wait to turn him into some vile creature. Fingers crossed. Yeah, all right. That's fine. And then this, let's do toughness. Toughness. Yeah, that's a tough boy right there. Okay, yeah, complete. Where are we at? Dodge, but acumen, lore. I feel like perception, because the psyker stuff is fine. All right, not too stressed about that. And then over here, Fatebringer. Of at least 1 psychic power, gain an additional 7 armor penetration. That's not bad. The first dodge attempt of every enemy in combat suffers a minus 14% penalty? That's not bad. With Psyker, use divination psychic power on an ally. Mind Thief. Visions of Doom. Yes, that's the one. Okay, and then let's see. I'm going to assume ballistic things for her. Quickness and reflexes. No, we're gonna blow stuff up. Great. Okay. And then, yeah, I want to do this. Okay, complete. Great. Look at us.
This galaxy is my playground.
Oh, that's right there.
My nerves are frayed.
Hello, bridge officer. The Emperor protects. Not from me, don't. It was tab, right, to see if there's anything on the ground? Because I feel like there's just nothing.
The heir is dead. He sacrificed himself to save the entire dynasty.
Old man, he was never going to make it. He was mutating right in front of us. You just ended his suffering sooner.
Use a prayer to right now. No, it's fine. The ship's okay.
Rival, Master Helmsman, systems status report.
By the Emperor.
By the
It's the
Emperor.
Seneschal, living and breathing. Oh, well, there's a tricky question. The old place is so overgrown with foul wickedry, we'll be scrubbing it off the vid screens for throne knows how long.
How did you people survive in here?
Must have been Providence. It better have been the Emperor's, not someone else's. When they barged in here, the ones with the Master of Whispers, some officers charged them, but it wasn't even a fight. I grabbed whoever I could and dragged them behind the cogitators. Then, I prayed for our rescue.
Uh-oh.
Restore the Vox channel to the Navigator's sanctum. Ready the crew. Prepare for translation to real space. You may call me superstitious, but translation is not a good time to disregard rules. You are the only one who speaks for House von Valancius. You may not be the Lord Captain, but you, more than anyone else, deserve to take her place in the ritual that is about to commence.
What must I do?
Take the Lord Captain's seat. Order the final preparations. Wait for the officers to report. Oh, blast it all to the void! Translation is a craft, not something that can be explained in a tick. Just go up to the throne, Master. These people are about to do the impossible. The least they deserve is the solace of seeing a figure sitting in the usual spot. Oh, please, hurry. Every second we waste is a terrible risk.
I'm ready! Guys picked the worst replacement. A true diabolical evil bastard. Even his voice is... Uh-oh. The image before you is hazy, swaying in sorcerous currents invisible to mortal eyes, as if whatever is beneath this thin shell is constantly changing, while still remaining the same. It has taken the guise of Theodora. The false rogue trader's eyes reveal the entity's true, surreal nature. One of Theodora's eyes is engulfed in otherworldly fire, the other a vessel of ancient evil bores into you. A voice seeps directly into your brain. Hey, girl.
Did you stand in the path of another's destiny only to steal it? You accepted the call of the primordial truth and claimed that fate as your own. So be it. I wove the threads of destiny and held out my hand to you when the flame arose in your path. You took it, and in doing so, sealed your fate. In the future, you will repay me for this boon in full. Indeed, for the boundless truth encompasses all. Merely one part of it reached out to you. And answer you did. You could become the new champion.
The aspirant vowed to return with a trophy. A relic that could serve the edge of daybreak. That fate was assured, and the steps chosen. And yet, you broke the unbreakable when you took the aspirant's place. I see you. On the day when the final dawn rises over the Iron World, I see you by my side on that day. The day of my resurrection.
Certainly, my Dark Master.
Woven into the tapestry of things to come. I am the will of the weaver of destinies, and today I will weave a new thread of elusive possibilities and fickle chances. The thread that will lead you out of the maw of irreversibility. The thread that will help you find the keys to salvation. The thread that will guide you and the weapon of our return to me.
The path is set, child of the dawn. The thread is woven. Follow it, servant of mine.
Whatever you say, my Dark Lord.
Seneschal, the Navigator's sanctum is silent. The Vox signal is stable, which means...
The Navigator gave his life battling the storm that nearly claimed the Von Valancius flagship. We will honor his memory, along with that of all who died this day.
Seneschal, we could tell us now. Who is that? Where's the Lord Captain?
As First Officer, it is my duty to inform you with the greatest regret and indelible sorrow that Lord Captain Theodora von Valancius is dead. May her memory never fade from the annals of the dynasty. By right of blood succession, and with the absence of other kin who could challenge this decision.
Say nothing.
It is hereby declared that the successor to Theodora von Valancius is her heir, the rightful inheritor of the warrant of trade, and the title of Rogue Trader. The official ascension ceremony will be held at a later time. In the interim, have you lost your tongues? Hail your lord. It is because of his toils that we all still live.
The deed is done, Master. My apologies. I meant to say Lord Captain.
The treachery of the Master of Whispers was fruitless, but victory came at a great cost. Lord Captain Theodora von Valancius perished along with her heir, Edelthrad, and thousands of crew members. Yet hope remained, for the second in line to the Rogue Trader dynasty survived. At the cost of many sacrifices made by the Lord Captain in the name of his own ambitions.
I'm so hyped to go just completely batshit crazy evil. I'm really excited. I really want to see what they let you do. I really want to see. Cargo management. You got a lot of it. Okay. Well then, your lordship. You must now hold your first officer's briefing in your new role as Lord Captain. For many of those who are about to join us on the bridge, this will be their first briefing. We sustained massive losses among the senior and middle-ranking officers. Some posts have had to be filled by the deputy's deputy, while others go unfulfilled entirely. And now the deck clans are deciding who will take over the leaderless crews. Yeah, have you found Voitiger? No, Lord Captain. And all the commotion in his trail went cold. Our people are still on the hunt for him and any mutineers who may still be skulking in the ship's many corridors. But frankly, I would not be surprised to hear that we are now one shuttle short. I'm afraid that it will be some time before he answers for all that he has wrought. It appears the heretics were deliberately targeting the vessel's command. They knew exactly whom they were looking for and where they could be found, which is unsurprising given their informant on board was our own Master of Whispers. Reports on the condition of the ship and crew. The Lord Captain is not usually drawn away from her important affairs to attend such routine briefings, but this is a unique situation. I'm still receiving updates from across the ship, and they are not encouraging. Getting this bird to fly could take a gargantuan effort, even so far as you personally negotiating with the authorities of the systems we are currently in. So prepare to hear a bevy of complaints and excuses, your lordship. Take this opportunity to get a good look at the officers who work 6 decks away from the bridge, and they in turn will have the honor of beholding the visage of their Lord Captain. Alright, let's go. Oh, we got, oh yeah, okay, we got one of everyone. Bring all the different archetypes. Attention, officers! You have been granted an honor. Lord Captain Vorgen von Valancius will personally conduct today's briefing. Our most gracious Lord Captain is ready to hear your reports. Yeah. Introduce those present. As you wish, your lordship. Vigdis Suri Ada of the Ptolemaic line, our new Voxmaster. Oh, hey, what's up? It's an honor to serve you, your lordship. Aboard the vessel, you have at your command thousands of crew members and hundreds of officers and section chiefs. I'm responsible for all that shit anyway. Keep going. Besides her is Revor, the master helmsman. He steers our ship along the course set by Lord Captain and monitors the void around us to ensure that we not stray into an asteroid field or pirate trap. Hey, oh wait, this is the guy. Hey, Lord Captain. This here ship's good as home to me, so rest assured she's in safe hands. I'll die before I let her come to any grief. And lastly, our high factotum Janus Danrock, who oversees supplies, procurement, and general material well-being on the ship. It's an honor, your lordship. You may trust me with all matters concerning your comfort. Everything will be done to the whole standard. In the second row, we have 3 officers charged with overseeing the ship's vital functions. The Master of Ordnance is responsible for artillery on board. The Infernus Master, whose crew work to prevent and extinguish fires on the ship. And lastly, the Drives Master, servant of the Omnissiah. 3 salute you. And I'm like, tech priests, okay. Is that everyone? Unfortunately, our choir master and the esteemed Zachary Weiss, head of the Astropath section, is unable to join us. He's in charge of communications with distant star systems. Master Weiss has been in a trance for some time now, attempting to contact other planets in the Von Valancius Protectorate and inform them of Lady Theodore's passing and Conrad's treachery. I'll deliver a report to your lordship on the Astropath's progress as soon as it's possible to do so. It is equally regrettable that 2 more individuals worthy of mention could not join us in the briefing. The Master at Arms and Confessor Haldebert. The eminent Alderman must see to the funeral services being held for the fallen officers, of whom there are too many for him to take leave from the chapel, and Mistress Solbach, who has to replace her late predecessor, as our Master of Arms is currently leading a search for any surviving agents. All other present are adjutants, secretaries, and deputies. They are here to make a recording of the proceedings. Okay. Yeah, what's going on with the fires? Yes, Lord Captain. I can report that all fires across all decks have now been extinguished. Preliminary damage assessments in terms of material losses and crew casualties has been completed. The results have been submitted to the Seneschal in the High Factotum. The post passed to him after the previous Infernus Master and his next 3 deputies expired in line of duty. That has managed well so far. He can take the heat, so to speak. No, we're toiling day and night to compile a full account of the losses. The task will require next to no involvement from your lordship. I will personally ensure that all damaged components are given to the tech priest's hands for attention and that all lost supplies are replaced. There is only one resource that I cannot replenish single-handedly, and that is people. We have lost more than 2,000 crew members, and unfortunately this number is not confined to the scum from the lower decks, which are easily replaced, but also includes trained professionals. We will be able to make up our losses on the nearest planet, Rykad Minoris. However, the planet, the whole system, in fact, belongs to the Winterscale Rogue Trader Dynasty. We cannot simply begin recruiting on the planet without first coming to an understanding with the governor. In that respect, I'm powerless. Negotiations at this level are a matter for Rogue Trader. Especially true given Caligo's Winterscale's penchant for attacking first and asking questions later. The kind of thick-skulled thugs he usually installs as governors on his planet. I don't have an image. Okay, Lord Captain. The foes that set upon this noble warp ship, void ship destroyed the repositories of hundreds of machine spirits. The great warp engine entrusted into the charge is unharmed, into my charge even. Thank the Omnissiah. But its spirit mourns its dead brethren. We have not yet identified a prayer protocol capable of assuaging its sorrow and anger. With great sorrow, I must also report that the Engineer Prime, overseer and spiritual authority of all Tex priests on board, fell in battle. The Magus was betrayed by the little flesh that remained part of him. A most terrible loss. There is no one among my comrades aboard whose experience and comprehension of the sacred protocols equals that of the fallen Magus. We require a replacement, and as soon as possible. The ship's most senior tech priest, most senior both in rank and in experience, is dead, so if we don't find a replacement, we'll be unable to resolve the problems with the warp engine. All right, you are, Lord Captain. To cut a long story short, the outlook is bleak. The ships sound more or less, but without our engines, the Prime and Navigator, who fell in battle, we have no way out of the system. If we try to set as much a toe inside the warp, I don't know what'll happen first, our warp drive being torn to pieces or all of us melting into the bulkheads. Your lordship, if you will allow me to interject, when we arrived in this system, my crew followed standard protocols and conducted a count of all the available communication channels in the region. One of them was a Navis Nobilite station. The station maintains complete Vox silence, but even his presence here inspires hope. To have located a Navigator in the same system is incredible stroke of luck, so that's pretty cool. Shout out to the God Emperor. If I were you, I'd grab this chance with both hands, or else you'll soon be eyeing up asteroids to use as new residence. In slightly less shitty news, We can go round the system till our heads are swimming as long as the Prometheum and supplies last. And if any thick-ass grok shit lowlifes come sniffing around, we'll be able to take them out. So don't you worry about all that, Skull. Yeah, look, my job's simple. I shoot things. Don't even worry about it, Captain. Master of Ordnance. Wait, hold on. Master of Ordnance, you forget yourself. Yeah, so what, man? I shoot things dead. That's it. Jesus Christ. How dare you! Enforcer, seize this mutineer! Damn! If only one officer out of the whole lot has fallen to pieces, then it's not bad at all, your lordship. I do humbly apologize on behalf of the entire crew. What would you have us do with Master of Ordnance, the former Master of Ordnance, should I say? Besides find a replacement, that is, for we already have one lined up. Dogmatic, execute him, experienced Master of Ordnance are few and far between, so for that reason, he may remain at his post. I leave his punishment at your discretion. Yeah, no, yeah. We can't do either of these, so we gotta do this. 20 lashes a month for the next 6 months. Deprivation of officers' rations and privileges for the same period. With the option to extend, record that in his file. Cease your sniveling. You'll disgrace yourself and your entire clan. Enough! The heretics are over. Hysterics, even. Not the heretics, they're just starting. Let us resume. Yeah. To summarize, we have sustained serious losses in crew. Yeah. Is that it? Precisely, Lord Captain. But bear in mind that this will not be the end of our trials. The ship's systems must be properly inspected for major damage, which can only be carried out by a football fan. A footfall station. Home to the only dockyard in the sector. But we will never reach footfall without first solving these 3 immediate problems. All right. Your lordship. There's one other thing. A confidential matter of the utmost importance. Lady Theodora, your eternally esteemed predecessor brought the ship here to this system for a reason. She was given a secret commission. You perhaps are wondering who has the authority to commission a rogue trader to do anything? And I shall tell you. The Lord Inquisitor, the Hand of the Emperor, the chief architect of his will in the Coronis Expanse. I would be honored to fulfill the Inquisitor's commission. I came across a strange handwritten letter. Yeah, let's do that. Yes, quite. Some guy, Professor... Wow, Xavier was right. Xavier Charles, except it's Xavier Calcazar. Calcazar? Calcazar sounds like a guy, like, who would hang out with Aladdin. You know, Calcazar is a villain. Lady Theodora was to seek out the Lord Inquisitor's right-hand man, one Heinrichs van Calix. An interrogator, you understand? All I know is that he is somewhere in this system, that we must find him and offer him whatever assistance he requires, then deliver him to Footfall in the Forabundus system. Finding him without any information to go on will be difficult indeed, but an Inquisitor is an important individual. The authorities in the system, either the Navis Nobilite or the Governor of Reichhead Minoris, may know something. This is all of it, your lordship. You have a great deal of work ahead of you, but it is mere taste of the daily burden of the rogue trader. Soon you must take up the reins of the Von Valence's protectorate. Oh hey, what up, team? Adira, Sister Argenta, explain yourselves. The Psyker is suffering some ailment or dark madness. She insisted on seeing the rogue trader. I judged that it would be unwise to leave her unsupervised. I was also hoping to approach you with a personal request, but it can wait. Speak with me when you have time, rogue trader. Daybreak. Come to your senses. What do you want? Damn it! Your lordship. Here's the thing. right near the beach. I was trying to see the immediate future, and it hit me so hard my head is still spinning. Something very strange is headed our way, and I can't make out what it is, and no matter how hard I try, a single word is all I can make out. Daybreak. Or maybe it's dawn? It's ringing and ringing like an echo, like a bell. And if it's daybreak, then why is it so dark? Right near the beach. We cannot extract any information of value from a single word. Can you tell us anything else, Mistress Loss? No, not yet. The voices are going berserk, all shouting at once. I can't make sense of it. As soon as I know or sense anything, I'll report it, all right? Lord Captain, if you want me to take a closer look into the future, find me on the bridge and we can talk. I do. I definitely do. Yeah, so good. Oh, hello. Whoa! How may I serve you, Lord Captain? Connect me to the vessel, yes. It's done, Lord Captain. Nice. You address the crew with a rousing speech and hear your voice roll through the ship. They love me. Yeah. That's all for now. Thank you. I don't really need to know these people, because I'm about to warp them all and turn them into hideous visages of hell beasts. So, like, that's fine. Yeah, Lord Captain, Master Helmsman. Oh, wait, no. Lord Captain, Master Helmsman, revolt your service. Yeah, what can you tell me of the other officers? Good for nothing wasters, that's what they are. Each and every one take generous Dolrug, the highborn weasel. He fawns over his officers, but some of the deals he makes will get him burned alive. He drags other people into his schemes so they can take the fall for him too. One of my junior helmsmen was ferrying goods from Footfall for him. He got caught by the seneschal and ended up in a void hatch. Voxmaster, other totally men like the last one, void arrest him, no better. She cut off half the Vox channels the day she took up her post. Said the Vox systems were damaged and the engineerium had no contact with the other modules. But how am I supposed to steer the ship, collect the cog reports with the power of my mind? So he's just shitting on everyone. Great. Alright. That's fine. Then there's that woman, what's her name? I hate her too. Alright. I should have asked, do you like anyone at all? But I know the answer. End dialogue. Because he was going to say, you, my lord, I like you. You're a cool dude.
Rogue trader.
Oh, hey, you talked to me.
I indeed have a request, Rogue trader.
Yes?
The accursed servants of chaos who assaulted this ship took the lives of your loyal crew members, and they orphaned many children, including the progeny of the brave officers who defended their posts until the bitter end. I don't know what customary practices there are for cases like this in Von Valancia's territory, but in the world I'm familiar with, the children of such brave souls could expect to receive some special consideration. Perhaps the rogue trader could meet with the orphans?
If I meet with them, can I make little chaos children? Make them arrange. Like, I want to go give a speech. That's my whole character's thing, is I give these guys speeches.
As you wish, Rogue Trader. Thank you for granting my request.
Of course, of course, of course, of course. Am I going to do that right now? Your parents died like little bitches. And so shall you, unless you join me. Hello, children. Group of adolescents in their finest, all gathered. Our indefatigable sister has been keeping an eye on these pups. It's hardly the Scoloprogenium in here, but we have provided the orphans on our ship with adequate care and instruction. Brave ones, the master of this ship has appeared before you. The one who guides it through the darkness of the universe by the Emperor's will. Greet your Lord Captain, the rogue trader of House von Valancius. You notice the Infernal Master standing a few paces away from the orphans he watches. Bows respectfully. Nice. Okay. Grandly address the group. I, the rogue trader, Lord Captain of the ship, speak to you now. Your parents gave their lives just cause. The Lord Captain greets you, brave ones. Give them treats and escort them to their homes. I believe a minute of beholding Lord Captain is great enough honor. No, grandly address the group. The teenagers hang on every word. Nice. So what? Why should we care? Our friends and parents died in the dozens for you noble lot, and you just give us speeches? Address the chaperones. Their comportment leaves much to be desired. Punish the troublemaker. Put the rest in their bays. The audience is over. Oh yeah, no. If you have something to say them without fear. I'll listen. Yes, yes. Let your emotions take hold, child. Doesn't matter what we say. It won't bring our parents back. And it won't change our fates either. We'll keep slaving away on this ship until we drop and die like our folks or worse. When the heretics who killed your parents attacked the ship, I was there. I took command. I fought. I repelled the assault as quickly as I could. But no war is one without losses. You can only strive to do what's within your power. The strong have the power to decide the fates of others. The weak either obey or die. If you seek a different way in life, boy, save your grumbling and look for an opportunity to rise above the rest? Hell yes. Hell yes. You heard the rogue trader. His words carry the wisdom of the Imperium. It's hard to say whether or not your words have left an impression on the boy, but he nods slowly. Then he catches himself and gives you an awkward bow. Right, okay, the servants immediately emerge carrying packaged treats. Von Valancius, boy, we're buying off these kids. Good, good, good. Good. Let's do that. She smiles and offers a few more words of encouragement, then leaves the bay. I would have liked to have talked to them after the one really religious, you know, like hyper-imperial person. I'd be like, listen, children, there's something called the Void, and it's way cooler than this. You want to be on that team.
Greetings. Gladly, there are none more faithful to the God Emperor than my sisters. We fight against his enemies by the will of the Holy Ecclesiarchy.
She'd be the one to turn. I don't think I can, but she'd be the one to turn.
Here I am talking about what every lesser noble in the Imperium knows. So what exactly are you interested in hearing about? None that I'm aware of, but the Sisterhood's orders are many, and can operate independently of one another, sending their sisters wherever their presence is needed as deemed by the Ecclesiarchy. Perhaps somewhere in the Lord Inquisitor's retinue, may his path be blessed, my sisters perform their duty as we speak. I wish it were so. Even a single evening spent in joint prayer and training would bring me joy. Once I had completed my novitiate, I was sent to the Calixian branch of the Order of Our Martyred Lady, assigned to the Order's Pronatus. The Order's mission is vital and noble. The Sisters Pronatus protect great relics of the Imperium. We guard them, preserve them, escort them when they are brought onto the battlefield or presented for pilgrims to venerate. And we seek out the relics that have been lost. Neither a coven of heretics nor the most wicked death world can deter Sisters Pronatus when their goal is to return a piece of the great legacy of the Imperium into the hands of the faithful. Don't let the name deceive you. The Order's militant trains sisters to march onto the battlefield as an army. That does not make sisters who belong to the non-militant orders timid and helpless. Both the solace-bringing Sisters Hospitaller and the enlightened Sisters Dialogus know how to greet enemies of humanity. Their dialogue with heretics is usually quite short, with the last word being a bolter discharge. And my order has all the more reason to be known for the martial prowess of its sisters. We are the keepers of the Imperium's relics. What would become of our blessed hero's legacy if the Sisters Pronatus could not protect it? It is. The Sisters of Battle are a fire lit by the God Emperor. They are the echo of his voice that travels through the dark expanses of the universe. We bring his wrath to heretics, mutants, and other enemies of humanity. We protect the faithful from the unholy and unhallowed. Sometimes with words, more often than not with a bolter. The Order sent me to Footfall. My undertaking was to assist the local priesthood of Drusians in caring for a sacred reliquary that had been there since the time of Parsimus Duane, the station's founder.
Okay.
Should any more arise, keeping them to yourself would be imprudent. It is a virtue to take an interest in holiness. The ship was targeted by heretics, which means that my presence here and the assistance I provide to you are my sacred duty. Sooner or later, I will likely have to return to Footfall to protect its reliquary, but for now, I wish to remain a part of the Rogue Trader's crew. Those are very courteous words, Rogue Trader. Thank you, both for your words and your hospitality.
All right, great conversation. See you later. Honorary Montag, at your service. And more about the Infernus Guild. Remind me to hit now. I don't need anything from you. What up, dude?
Lord Captain. A noble aspiration, Lord Captain. I am ready to acquaint you with all the particulars that interest you. In the first instance, you should treat official representatives of the Imperium with respect. The Expanse may be on the fringes, but it still numbers among the territories of the Golden Throne. The arrival of the Lord Inquisitor has turned the Coronis Expanse into a less wild and uncontrolled region, to the regret of some individuals who had grown inured to the local lawlessness. Rogue traders such as yourself are also servants of the Imperium. They have been accorded special rights and powers. They wield immense authority within their territory, and they enjoy absolute respect in other parts of the Expanse. The most powerful of them are Kalagos Winterscale and Incendia Bastal Chorda. Tread carefully when dealing with either of them. If we are to speak of unclaimed territory, which is what Footfall is, Among the scum that dwells on that handful of asteroids, there are 3 factions that wield considerable influence in the sector. The first is the Kazbala Commission, organized crime in its most primitive form. It holds sway over the Liege of Footfall and has links to rogue trader Winterscale. The second faction is an offshoot of our shining ecclesiarchy, followers of St. Drusus. They are actively building their forces and hold influence over rogue trader Chorda. And finally, the third faction, the Explorators, a wing of the Adeptus Mechanicus. They are willing to die and kill for the secrets of the ancient technological heresies that are hidden among the stars of the Coronis Expanse.
Go on. You don't say, I'm sorry, what now? Technological heresies? What? Any and all heresies seem fine to me.
This is a topic for an official briefing, not a casual conversation. But I will try to answer succinctly. And if you permit, in my own words. The Coronis Expanse is considerably removed from the heart of the Imperium. This means that local warp routes become useless within months. Established pathways are regularly subject to attacks from all kinds of rabble. And in the only major port, the Imperium's frigates find themselves moored alongside pirate vessels. Until recently, the Coronis Expanse could hardly have been called a region of the Imperium. The situation has changed with the arrival of the Lord Inquisitor, but not by much. This place operates under its own rules, you see. More radical, so to speak. But ones that allow for a non-standard approach where there is a promise of victory. The Coronis Expanse is considered rogue trader territory for a reason. Only rogue traders have sufficient military might, audacity, and the rights granted them by the warrant to survive the leap into the unexplored part of the Expanse, and in the event of a successful outcome, to hold on to whatever they manage to capture on the frontier.
You know, Lord Captain, I am no admirer of fine art. But when we next find ourselves in a civilized port, with time to spare, I will promptly find an artist and commission a portrait of the individual to whom you refer, with a hole between the eyes. Conrad Voigtveer. That he committed his treachery and escaped with his life was an unforgivable oversight. We both served Lord Captain Theodora for many years, and we never saw eye to eye. He was brash. He was never afraid of assuming responsibility, and he willingly took on difficult tasks. I am loath to admit it, but the Von Valacius Protectorate continues to reap the fruits of his labors to this day. His service always garnered my respect. But everything else about him made me want to wring the neck of that two-faced snake. If you are taking comfort in the thought that we will hear no more of Conrad, prepare to be disappointed. You thwarted his plans, his meticulously plotted and nurtured treachery. He is sure to attempt to strike at you, and he will use his contacts and knowledge of the Protectorate to do so. The only question, Lord Captain, is whether you will be able to anticipate his next steps.
And then
As
recruit
you wish,
him.
Lord Captain.
All right. Thanks, dude.
Lord Captain.
How you doing? This guy. Ball just keeps swinging.
What are you talking about, Lord Captain?
You're a psyker. I'm concerned your level of control of your abilities. I'm worried for the crew. Psychers aren't safe. These people... No.
Look, Lady Theodora couldn't care less if some eggheads measured my brains or not. It's not about the seal on your forehead, get it? It's about what's in your gut. if it's rotten or not. My gut's stronger than the adamantine on this here ship. And my implants are better than the ones they put in you on your Terra. If they weren't, I wouldn't have lived as long as I have. Lyra, an outlying world in the Heathen Stars region. In the Coronis Expanse, the deeper you go, the less visible the Astronomicon gets, and the less people know about the Imperium. The arrival of a rogue trader is the best thing that can happen to a world like that. The very best. It's an out-of-the-way planetoid between two faint stars. On Lyra, a dozen local tyrants fight over 5 measly continents. But they use everything they can to win, from poison to psychers. I haven't been there in many years, but there's nothing for me to miss. Trust me. But here on the ship is a different story altogether. I saw more wonders in my first year serving Lady von Valancius than I'd seen in my whole life on Lyra. Like my first journey through the warp, I was in bed for 3 days. I felt like supernovas were exploding in my head. I only found out later that I'd gotten off easy. Just through the bulkhead in the bay next to mine, a whole team turned into... Look at me rambling on, Lord Captain.
I must know.
Pay no attention.
Nope, I must know.
It wasn't like it was a very fun trip, Lord Captain. But look, if you want to be entertained, I'm the woman for the job. I'll entertain you with one of the stories from my collection, no problem. But if you want to hear about the time I melted everyone in the bay next door, well, I just don't really want to go into the details on that one, all right?
You shall be very valuable, my campaign against the dead Emperor.
Oh, I embroidered wall hangings in honor of our national heroes. I did the same thing I do here, Lord Captain. Divining. Our rulers prized the ability to see into the future. Every psyker that could be found was worth a small fortune on Lyra. There's no such thing as a peaceful life on Lyra. People like me were especially sought after. They'd pick psykers up wherever they found them, buy kids off their parents, even just abduct them. Take me, for instance. I got taken from my street gang. The older kids sold me when they noticed there was something off about me. The ruling dynasties had schools where they trained us and beat us black and blue. And then they packed us off to serve. Some of us held on for a long time, but others didn't last. Not everyone's as smart and talented as me, you know. Some people crossed the line and were out of commission before their time. Theodora von Valancius paid a visit to the ruler I was serving at the time. I don't know what the visit was for, and it's no business of mine anyway. I can still remember the way the voices in my head changed when I looked at her. They were practically screaming. She had so much behind her, and plenty ahead of her too. As I gawped at her, all of a sudden I heard a whisper. A hint, a suggestion, nothing more. But I know the difference between idle chatter and a real threat. I seized my chance and approached Theodora. I managed to whisper a couple of words in her ear before the wardens dragged me away. They beat me and locked me up. No wonder. It wasn't my place to converse with outsiders. And then Theodora's people came for me. They broke down the wall, butchered the guards. Also, I could tell
them. So you're open to a little murder.
So I said the rest, but I didn't want to go back to my old life. And so I entered the service of the von Valancius dynasty. A few times. Not many. And if I think about it, why would I want to? I've got everything I need here. All the whispers I hear are familiar ones. They almost feel like family. And if I want to hear about the nightmares off the ship, I can, after some Amisec. But don't go getting the wrong idea. If I have to, I'll follow you to the edge of the galaxy.
Excellent.
Of course, Lord Captain.
Oh my god, so many things. Got a new story for me?
You bet I do, Lord Captain. Okay, so we went to Footfall once. Well, I mean, Lord Captain Theodora went to Footfall a lot. But on that occasion, she took me with her for some reason. My day had gotten off to a bad start. My head had been yammering since I woke up, but there was nothing else for it. I had to go. We arrived at the place, and what a place! All the gentlemen and ladies dressed to kill, showing off their encrusted implants, all clustered around little tables. Well, turned out it was a gaming den. And not just any gaming den, but one run by somebody with deep pockets for people with just as much cash to splash. You should have seen it. People gambling away planets in a game of regicide. Anyway, so the Lord Captain wanted me to help her beat some guy. So I tell her, the chips won't land in your favor. You'll get a bad hand. Don't sit down at that table, your ladyship. But did she listen? Of course she didn't. If there's one thing she never lacked, it's stubbornness. So they sat down and the cards were dealt. I'm hovering around like I'm not involved, but I'm keeping my eye on things. And everything in my head keeps getting louder and louder. Anyway, it's a good thing I realized in time that my mind wasn't going haywire over a losing hand, but something else. I made some excuse to drag the Lord Captain up from the table and took her away from that place. And a few minutes later, the room where we'd been... It turned out some wise guy had the same bright idea to bring a pet psyker along with him. One of those ones who just scuttle around in Footfall's underbelly. And the psyker just freaked out, I guess. After all the commotion, people went to see what happened in the room. And they'd all gone for each other's throats. Literally. With teeth. And I think they completely detached that asteroid from Footfall and pushed it off into open space so it would head off toward the local star.
I love her, and I can't wait to make her fully evil. Frankly, she seems like she'd be a blast to go murder through the galaxy with.
Lord Captain, forgive me, but it would be like talking to a person born blind about colors. I could spend hours explaining, but it wouldn't make any sense to you. Every psyker feels their connection with the warp in their own way. One person might see spots and shadows out of the corner of their eye. Another feels fingers running down their spine. As for me, I've got a door in my head. One that's open just a crack. There's no way to close it, no matter how hard I try. I've just had to get used to the whispers from the other side. When I need to use it for work, I listen in more closely. But I usually just try not to notice it. All right, that's what I'm here for after all. So, I'm just going to lean on that door in my head a little more, prick up my ears, and listen to what the warp's got to say about you. If you'll allow it, I can listen right now.
I would love that.
All right, let's hear what they're whispering about you.
Okay, I'm feeling those goosebumps.
Seek not on firm ground, but in a golden hall suspended in the void. There waits a child without kin, but with a name blind to truth. She draws the brush across the canvas and does not notice that her palette is full not of paint, but of blood. And with each smear, this well does not deplete, but fills and fills up to the brim. One thing is clear. When this vessel overflows, none will remain unstained.
Oh, okay.
Among the blind men and false prophets, a red-robed sage seeks the answer to a question. He does not know that it is not the answer he must seek, but the question that will draw everything into focus. Will you help him, rogue trader? But mark that sometimes ignorance is sweeter than oblivion.
Okay.
A chained hound chases after glimmers of the aurora, but sparks in the scent of oil confound his nose. A chain trails after him. What will happen if you pick it up? Will you become his master? Or merely another beast in the pack of his true lord?
Okay.
The glow of dawn bursts forth from its prison. Dungeon walls cannot contain the dark essence wallowing in the dust. A naive cub pushes his nose into a familiar hand, one that holds death in twisted glass. Cherish it or cast it off as a burden. The sword of change has already been raised. What is one more life to it? I'm sorry, Lord Captain. The voices are going wild. I can't make out a thing. I'll try to rein them in somehow, but for now...
All right.
Of course. Always at your service. Whenever you need me.
Great. To my captain's quarters! Did they improve this area? Well, I still got my orb. Shout out to the orb. What a fine display of weapons that I can't use. Right, no, we gotta tear that down. Looked at that before. There's the organ nobody plays. Some sort of Xenos skull. Right, you know. Link your account. Instructions, link it to Twitch. That's what I'll do. That's so funny that it takes me to the Twitch drops. Get your whistle. Get your Twitch drops in. Hell yeah, I'm linking my account. I'm no fool. I'm all set. Hell yeah. That's that good stuff. Hold on. Can I go to my own YouTube channel and get my stuff? Because I'm gonna, or not YouTube, Twitch. Not. All right. Yeah. Love that. Love that for me. I now have multiple windows open of the same window, and that's really funny. Okay. Hopefully this stream will be good and not terrible. Bookshelves are packed with ancient books. It's the scrolls. The scrolls. Also, I really wish I could change E and Q, because they go the opposite direction of what I want them to go. I mean, I guess I could just do this. This is so much easier. Use the mouse button. All right, so that's my way out. There's old Theodora. Uh-huh. Majestic portrait. Could my portrait be there instead, I wonder? Would it not be better if my portrait was there? What the hell is this? A frumpus. A glorp smear. There's my bed. Yo, I got a bath and a personal bath guy? Hold on now. What up, personal bath guy? Would you like to take a bath, your old chap? Yes, I would. What does this do for me? Get in that bath. Yo, I get food with my bath? And servants? Could they become like Slanesh demon ladies? Like, wouldn't that be great? Wouldn't that be just great? Alright. Okay, relax. Close your eyes. Address the Master of Ablutions. I wish to see someone from my retinue. You two, get in here. I require company and pleasant conversation. Relax and close your eyes. I'm fine. Oh boy. Heretical. Thoughts about the price paid for power, the inconstant paths through which power is obtained. Only desperate desire. No. Heretical. Yes, +3. Okay, finish. I don't want to associate with anyone until I get to the point where they're all monsters. Terrible. Like, I want to take a bath with a bunch of, like, I don't know, nurglings. You know, just so, like, some really, truly ugly guys. Yeah, space. It's crazy out there. Open door. Secret door? Hello? This is cool. I can't click on anything. Oh, no, never mind. This is the secret door that she led me to that led me into here. Right. I don't want to change my look unless there's, I don't know, unless there's something cool. Goods. Unfinished letter. Goodness irrelevant. Voidver's mistake cost me too much. Years of work, tremendous resources all wasted. He has failed at what he was supposed to be irreproachable at, uncovering spies, and this one was senior officer. I'm not about to discard him. Conrad has served me for long, for his removal of the Painless Protectorate. Right. So that would explain his potential move to not want to be friends with anyone anymore. Alright, so this is literally just change my... No. Okay. Okay. Well... Oh, goods. Goods. Cracked data slate. The final transactions with the chartist are complete. The fire reckoning is fully equipped. The object has been loaded aboard with its containment intact and placed in the forebay to ensure maximum contact with the target. Coordinates sent received by bridge. Uh-oh. The fire reckoning is crewed by a servitor. Chances of ship returning are minimal. Estimated time. What is this? Not to cargo. Interesting. Finding some interesting things. Okay, so that's kind of it for this. Let's get out of here. To the Void Bridge of the Void Ship. It's the Void Ship. Lollipop. Star systems. Oh, cool. A vast region of space known as the Coronis Expanse. This sector is composed of numerous star systems, many of which you will get the chance to visit. You will find yourself scouring the void in search of routes leading to new uncharted systems. Very cool. Each star system contains objects you can interact with, such as objects marked. Okay. Unidentified void ship. Interesting. Make contact with the station. Machine Spirit Keeper. Land there. The Prison Planetoid. Huh. Scan required. Scan is required. Should I go here first to make contact with this guy, the station? Lord Captain, Astropathic Choir Master Zachary Weiss is asking to speak with you via private channel. Greetings, your lordship. I can report that the choir is listening tirelessly to the Materium in the hope of picking up voices from the Dynasty's ships or worlds. However, we have heard something horrifying instead. Amid the Immaterium's tumult, something is screaming. This scream is driving your choir mad. Until it stops, you have no hope of contacting any of the Dynasty's worlds. It is coming from the Owlcat System's astropathic station. What's the nature of the scream? We do not know, your lordship, but it has brought the Immaterium to a boil. It has always been a violent, roaring ocean that could spell doom to any who would consider stepping into its waters. Now, however, it has become a cradle of madness where expelled images fuse together, twisting and cackling, before crashing into the minds of all who perceive it. A mighty warp storm, the likes of which I cannot recall, rages in the Imperium, and it fills me with terror. If the scream stops, sure, yes is the answer. We're gonna go pay visit to the station. Thank you, your lordship. Lord Captain, reporting the heralds of the Navas Nobilite continue to maintain Vox silence. Perhaps due to Uric V being off limits to visitors? We intercept signals from the beacons drifting in the station's orbit. The demands are clear. We are told to turn the ship around immediately. We've also detected an accumulation of space debris near the station's docks. Presumably, it's the remains of interplanetary shuttles. Perhaps the esteemed Navas Nobilite House requires aid and therefore cannot respond to our Vox transmissions? Contact the station again. I will personally negotiate. I'm sorry, Lord Captain. The station does not reply even after an official greeting by a rogue trader, a declaration of your intent to negotiate in person. Order the Augur crew to scan the station. Yes, Lord Captain. The officers from the Augur crew performed a full scan of the station, but the information is imprecise. They note wave distortions of unclear genesis are throwing off most of the readings. We're able to ascertain that the reactor core of the station is still active, but many compartments are unpowered and some fully depressurized. The signs of biological activity are largely present in the central module, which means the station has not been abandoned, so the question remains, why are the esteemed Navigator heralds ignoring us? Affirmative, Lord Captain. We do not know what is happening at the station, so you will have to look for esteemed navigators blind. Dock safely and make God Emperor's light your path. Yeah. Choose the party members. Well, I got them. I got my party members. Except I always forget. In my mind, I'm like, okay, we're going to a space station, but I always forget everything just looks like a church in this world.
Worm.
Or universe, you know what I mean?
You dare to argue with your master? It was not you whom I swore to serve within these walls. My lips are sealed. Confess! What was the old man's last command? What are you planning? Give up, Keeper. You have lost this battle. Again.
We're getting nowhere with these ones, sir. Permission to execute them.
Explore the station. Find answers. Is something... Step back, or I'll unleash all the horrors. I don't know what happened there. Answering Gothic, I'm Rogue Trader. Yeah. This system has been under the protection of the Winterscale dynasty for many years, admittedly. I did not expect to meet another rogue trader in my lifetime, let alone one of noble blood. And since fate has brought such an important person to my abode, allow me to introduce myself. Before you stands Felix Christoph August, keeper of this station. So you did not come to offer support to the traitors. This is great news. Having said that, you must understand that Uric 5 is holy sanctum of House Orcelio, and a path to it is only revealed to a select few. It pains me to say you are not on the guest list. Provide me with the Navigator, I'll immediately depart the station. I came here in search of a Navigator, so you come with me. I'm looking for the Lord Inquisitor's interrogator, one Heinrich von Calix. What's happening on the station? Where all the corpses come from? Betrayal! A most banal thing in the life of a noblite. Don't you think? I was stabbed in the back by my closest friend, Theobald Orcelio, the second keeper of York 5 and my mentor. On his instructions, my own people sabotaged the generators, blew up the shuttle, and brutally massacred the loyal servants of my mistress. Most unforgivably, they dared to take her prisoner, greedy scum. I swear by the throne's light, their souls will perish in the darkness of the void. The madmen have captured Lady Cassia and are now torturing her upstairs while we idly chatting down here. Help me rescue her or be gone, but waste no more of my precious time. I still have questions concerning... I want to know how I can play this for evil. What kind of help are you talking about? I would never ask you for such a favor on different circumstances, and yet, Lady Cassia's well-being is above all. I haven't got many people left, and my wounds are too deep for me to act with precision and swiftness. But you may actually succeed. In order to ascend to the mistress's chambers, you will need to remake a holy relic sanctified with the blood of Lady Orcelio herself. This is the control rod, the elevator machine spirit. I have one part, and the other part was lost during the mutiny. But even this relic will be of no use unless the elevator mechanism is powered. So how am I supposed to power the elevator? I'll do this one first. I have the phylactery containing the mistress's blood. It needs to be taken to the laboratory, that's definitely how we'd say that, which is located behind one of the reliquary doors. The most ancient sacred mechanisms will help to rebuild the rod. The tech priests ceaselessly performed the rites of appeasement so that the machine spirit would serve the house in its time of need. The fateful hour is now upon us. The station's main cogitator is situated in guard room. Just enter the correct command sequence and sacred mechanism will do the rest. Guess that makes sense. So, have you decided, descendant of von Valancius line? What is the most evil thing I can say? The woes of your house upset the balance of power. It would be an honor to save the Lady Navigator from her woes. I will save her. I require that House Orcelio sign a contract with my protectorate? I don't know. I don't know that I can do that, but I want to. Trader's aid. I want to do that. So be it, hurry. The mistress' safety is all at hand. Yeah, okay, cool. End dialogue. Jump athletics. Hold on now.
Compared to name.
Nice.
pure color. And it's all riddled with horrible veins that carry the poison of fear and pain throughout its body. Who are you? Why are you crying?
If the witch is talking about the enemies of humanity who set upon this abode of noble navigators, then our weapons will soon dispel their wicked misery.
Goods. Goods. Goods, 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 goods. Goods. Oh. What? Oh, god damn it! There were goods there, though!
Glorious spectacle of your demise.
Yeah, alright.
Cross the faithful.
But there were goods! There were so many goods!
Weather the storm.
What do you mean? Oh, boo! Boo! They can shoot me through the table, dude!
Faith without deeds none can escape the Emperor's judgment.
Oh, yoy.
A wicked, so unpredictable downfall.
Yeah, alright. That's not too bad.
What if?
What if? What if? Well, we'll wait until I'm in range of stuff. Although I could do it right now and try to hit this guy.
Schemes within schemes.
Love that.
Is a prayer.
Okay.
Strike me again. Follow my methods.
All right, that guy's gonna come down here. Sweet. Okay, we'll go here. This is stupid. But maybe we can. Nope, it's too far away. Can we charge to here? All right, that's not too shit.
Victory is imminent.
Get down, dude.
What is this foreboding? Was it you? Or...
Okay.
Will do.
Stay vigilant. My faith strengthens me.
My faith. I've got so much faith.
Weapon at the ready.
Pain and duty go hand in hand.
That guy just murdered his own friend! Oh, they're on something else, these guys. They're all hepped up on goofballs.
As the Emperor commands, I act.
Okay, cool.
Doubt is for the weak. Guided by faith. As the Emperor commands, I act. Eradicated.
That works. I like that. I can't even hit that man. Yes, I shall stand out in the open. That's a good plan. Well, what the? Who the hell was I shooting at? Good job, me.
Injured. I'm enraged.
Tried and tested tactics are the best ones.
I would love to be able to... Oh, wait, hold on.
Will rule the stars themselves.
Hold on now. We're up. We're in it. We're in it now, son.
A tactically sound approach.
Hello, bitch.
I will do my target well struck.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, get in there. Yeah, that's... I love this.
It will be done. Reduced to dust.
All right, I think we have to wrap it up with that, but hell yeah. Okay, and then we'll come to here.
I know what is to come.
Can I hit both of them?
But of course.
Lightning! Yo! Oh! Yes, run away, you little bitch, run away!
God, Emperor,
I need like a solid grenade or something.
Be the fire in my heart. I'll do it.
Okay.
I won't sully myself with...
Target too far. Okay. Not for me, though.
At your beck and call.
Scooch.
One to a target.
Yes, yes, unlimited power.
I have a different perspective.
Oh, that guy got cut in half, though, dude? Dodge penalty. So, all right, interesting. All right, we'll take all those. Goods. Tremendous honor. Yes, but this promotion will transfer the entire squad to the child's personal guard. Oh, look, God, Emperor. Well, you are a strapping lad. You will probably make it for a cycle of 3. It has worn down better men than me. What even is the point if your brains turn into mush? I may rip out my eyes like Amos did. At best, I'll just go bonkers like that little shit stain that kept stealing our EHO? Oh? What happened to that one? Threw himself out of a depressurized chamber because some voices told him to. Calm down, Keeper Fellick. Said the squad will not have to serve the child for long. He even gave us a little leeway. Be quiet, he might hear you. Well, you know what that means. Let's go kick that kid's butt. Collect it all. Oh, it's 40k cigarettes? Gotcha, understood. Library is full of treatises, distinguished scholars.
What lies beyond?
A Navigator's statue looks pristine and new. Trap, disarm trap. How would I disarm trap? Oh, okay. Okay. Where's the other goods? Goods. grenades. What is this? Mutated flesh sample? Yeah. That could be good for something.
Attention to detail is the key to success.
They all will see.
Ooh, purple goods. An auto pistol plus? Crazy. Frag grenade. Alright, collect all. But then, real quick, speaking of, equip. Nice. There you go. Can I give you another one? Or does... And another one? Great. And I'll give you one, because I loves you so much. And I'll give you this.
I'm not so sure.
No? Okay. Story of my life. You found grenades! Yes, yes, that's what I was looking for.
Curiosity sings in my veins.
Another flak chest piece, another las gun. Collect all. Guard defender. We can open the door. We can also go up here, which is where I did not go. Another door to open. And more goods. I love goods. Pontius Cepheus Galatius. On the training of worthy servants at the court of Novice Nobilite. A good majordomo attempts to nurture only the finest of flowers in the garden that is their master's life. Therefore, new seeds for the garden must be weeded out with the utmost care, so that the garden trees may yield the sweetest fruit. Lesson below will help you separate the precious seeds from the vile thorns. Lesson 1. A faithful servant always makes sure their mistress' room and garments are clean. Lesson 2. Faithful servant will never offer their mistress the same dress presented earlier in the cycle. Collect all. Hold on. Probably should just look at it here so I can scroll through it. No, I can't. How would I read the whole thing? Faithful servant. Is it under info? It is. Thank you. Bless your sweet souls. Faithful servant tastes each dish. Faithful servant will have mastered the art of styling their mistress's hair. Faithful servant lives for their mistress. Da, da, da. Okay, really not worth reading, but I did, and so here we are.
Duty prevails.
Statue of the famous Calaxian sculptor and chronicler of nonsense. Zacharias Vernon the Magnificent, 23rd year of the millennium of the Southwest.
My nerves are frayed.
Data crypt. The data crypt carries inscriptions H40KO. I don't even know what that means for me. Yeah, that doesn't tell me anything. I don't know what that means.
Over there.
Well, forgot what I was playing for a minute. Forgot what kind of game this was. Navigator flesh sample.
In this tapestry,
Damn warp. If we'd been in real space, I'd have...
Idira, stop castigating yourself. Your soothsayings have always been vague. Even if you had her, who among us would have realized that it was Lady Theodora who was in peril?
We should deal with this.
So, does it come from over here?
Oh, applaud my brilliance!
Done. Applauding. Disarm the trap.
Never doubt me.
Excellent, excellent, excellent. Guard, defender. I can't tell if those are good guys on my team.
What lies beyond?
Oh, okay. I assume this all will be sellable? Your trophies are packed as cargo. Okay, I love a good cargo trophy. Athletics clear, go!
Experience. Nothing matters more.
Well, hold on now. Mars pattern sword. Noble silk gloves to persuasion? Brother, what? Well, 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 well. Well, well, well. Well, well, well. Equip. Nope, we'll put that there. And we'll put this, here. Yes, yes. Then for you, we will take this, and then I'll give you this, because that's cool. And then for me, we'll get rid of these gloves. Tech use, though. Tech use is good. +3 to tech use. My persuasion's 65. I don't necessarily need higher persuasion right now, but I could get it. It could be fun. What is everyone else's tech use right now? 30, 30, 30. So no matter what, I'm the tech guy. Check to see if we can equip a sword and a gun at the same time. Is that what I want for this man? Is that going to lower any percentage of anything? No, not really. All right, then we'll get rid of that. Okay, so he still has this. And then that. 70 persuasion? It feels like the character that I'm trying to play. You know what I mean? It feels like who I want to be. Is just very persuasive. Which means, though, I have tech boost. And that's going to go to, I guess, anyone. Yeah, sure, you can have this while we're here. Excellent. Thank you. Okay, so then, is that a door? No, that's not a door I can touch or use. All right, let's go in here. Hello. Move, move. Sir, are you all right? We can't hear a damn thing. Don't worry about it. It's fine. I'm going crazy. Oh, man. Can I just kill this guy? He's going crazy. Just let me blast him. I know. You're all traitors. Traitors, all of you. They told me. They whispered, hey, who are you? Can I talk to him and be like, I'm on your side, dude. Don't even stress. Oh, never mind. Never mind. We killed him real quick.
No peace in my wake.
What a scrappy auto pistol. More the same. More the same. Research notes. Keeper Theobald graciously agreed to provide samples of his skin growth so we could study the influence of the rebellious immaterium on the flesh of the novice nobilite, or Navis. Just as we thought navigators are positively resistant to the restless currents of the warp. The God Emperor truly does shield some people against corruption and misery. But let us get back to the study of mortal flesh. Another servant will be carried in shortly. I must ready the organ extraction equipment. Adamantine dust and black water. That was the worst idea I could have entered my mind. God Emperor be praised. I'm lucky I still have my head on my shoulders after this reckless experiment. Nevertheless, we did make an important discovery. The adamantine seems to protect the frail flesh of the lowborn to a degree. Having said that, not even the macerator can handle its temper. So we should probably introduce a more complex compound. Into the formula. All the data related to that, to experiment on data crypt, I have that. I will get back to them later once I'm done with experiment H41OK. I've mentioned that the chunk of meteorite found by Keeper Felix subjects is completely useless, although its shining granules could be used to make new paints for the child. Yes, I think I'm going to do exactly that. Well, hold on now. So I got this. I got the mutated flesh samples. Got all that. And I got this. Okay. Okay. Hello? You guys okay in here?
They will see. Oh, yes, indeed. They all
They're done
will
for.
see.
They'll kill us all. Oh, Uwe. What up? You okay? Uwe has had his tongue cut off, just like the rest of the lesser servants. Oh. Okay, well. Oh boy, so we got like little weird eye things, huh? Okay, alright, well, live your lives. The archenemy. You mean...
Patience?
Best frenemy.
My nerves are frayed. Failure is a bitter
Locked!
taste.
Ay, ay, ay.
That wasn't so difficult.
That must have been a terrible roll.
There, done.
All this seems like stuff I should definitely keep. I don't know what for, but I will take it all because that's who I am. Long lass? Deadeye shot. Oh, shoot. Carapace chest piece. Fire grenade? Oh, the phone? Who does this go on? I feel like we should put this on her here. And put this here, right? So at least she can sniper rifle dudes? That'd be cool as hell. What else did I get? The carapace. So he's doing fine. She's doing great. She already has an armored body glove. Yo, I too shall live like a badass. This is my sniper? Really? So be it, Jedi. Alright. I don't know that I'll ever use... Then I might never use the sniper rifle. But okay. Okay. Anyway.